And then Prabhu's got also second degree in visual art. Apart from that, Prabhu's authored a book called Illustration and Illumination about ISKCON. Prabhu introduced to Krishna consciousness in 1994, and then after he took initiation from His Holiness Radhanath Swami, and Prabhu finally joined Brahmachari Ashram in 1998. After that, Prabhu has served in various departments, like he's the head of art department in Chopati. Prabhu also served in management department, again in Chopati, Gopinath Temple. Apart from that, preaching, Prabhu is preaching to youth group in South Mumbai universities, and also Prabhu is preaching to youth in Indian Navy and Indian Army. So here we have his exhibition in the Bhakti Lounge. Apart from that, we have a big exhibition during upcoming Janmashtami in the Haveli. And also Prabhu is happy to serve here. If you have any question or interested in learning arts or pictures, so Prabhu is happy to help here at Bhaktivedanta Manor. So finally, we would like to express our gratitude, Prabhu, and thank you very much. We would loudly chanting 3 times, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namah Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram, सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय 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 गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे समवेद भक्त वृंद की जय श्री गुरु गौरांग की जय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter number 6, Text number 7. Savai Vishwasrajam Garbho Deva Karmatma Shaktiman Vibhavaja Atmanaptanam Ekada Dashada Tridha Savai Vishwasrajam Garbho Deva Karmatma Shaktiman Vibhavaja Atmanatmanam Ekada Dashada Tridha Savai Vishwasrujam Garbho Deva Karmatma Shaktiman Vibhavaja Atmanatmanam Ekada Dashada Tridha Sa, that, why, certainly, Visrusajam, of the gigantic Virata form, Garbha, the total energy, Deva, living entity, Karma, activity of life, Atma, self, Shaktiman, full with potencies, Vibhabhaja, divided, Atmana, by himself, Atmanam, himself, Ekada, in oneness, Dashadha, in 10, Tridha, and in 3. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: the total energy of the Mahatattva in the form of the gigantic Virata Rupa divided himself by himself into the consciousness of the living entities, the life of living, the life of activity and self-identification, which are subdivided into 1, 10 and 3 respectively. Purport: consciousness is the sign of the living entity or the soul. The existence of the soul is manifest in the form of consciousness called Jnana Shakti. The total consciousness is that of the gigantic Virat Rupa, and the same consciousness is exhibited in individual persons. The activity of consciousness is performed through the air of life, which is of 10 divisions. The airs of life are called Prana, Apana, Udana, Vyana and Samana, and are also differently qualified as Naga, Kurma, Krikara, Devadatta and Dhananjaya. The consciousness of the soul becomes polluted by the material atmosphere, and thus various activities are exhibited in the false ego of bodily identification. These various activities are described in Bhagavad Gita as Bahuda, Bahushakha, Anantascha, Buddhayo, Avyavasayana. The conditioned soul is bewildered into various activities for want of pure consciousness. In pure consciousness, the activity is one. The consciousness of the individual soul becomes one with the Supreme Consciousness when there is complete synthesis between the two. The monist believes that there is only one consciousness, whereas the Sattvatas or the devotees believe that although there is undoubtedly one consciousness, they are one because there is agreement. The individual consciousness is advised to dovetail with the Supreme Consciousness as instructed by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. The individual consciousness, Arjuna, is advised to dovetail with the Supreme Consciousness and thus maintain his conscious purity. It is foolish to try to stop the activities of consciousness, but they can be purified when they are dovetailed with the Supreme. This consciousness is divided into 3 modes of self-identification according to the proportion of purity. Adhyatmika or self-identification with the body and mind. Adhibhautika or self-identification with the material products. And Adhidaivika or self-identification as a servant of the Lord. Of the 3, Adidaivika self-identification is the beginning of purity of consciousness in pursuance of the desire of the Lord. Hare Krishna. I feel very fortunate and very privileged to be here at this most auspicious abode of Bhaktivedanta Manor, UK. And I'm especially grateful to all the authorities here for allowing me to come here and render some service. And I'm also very grateful to His Holiness Radha Raman Goswami Maharaj, who is amongst us this morning, and all of you who have come to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. So in this third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are hearing about the creation of the universe. And especially these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam are supposed to be a little technical. However, we are also supposed to learn them and understand the importance of these verses, even though they may appear a little technical. So therefore, it is spoken in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, Siddhanta balya chitte na kar alas, yaha haite Krishna lage sudhrida manas. Kaviraj Goswami is speaking about this verse where when he is also introducing Krishna consciousness, Adi Leela, very technical and very philosophically oriented text. And he says that Siddhanta balya chitta na kare alas. When we have to understand the Siddhanta, the conclusions of Krishna consciousness, we cannot be lazy. He said alas. Alas is Siddhanta. Alas is basically laziness. He's telling us to come out of laziness, and when we understand this philosophy of Krishna consciousness, then what happens? Iha haite Krishna lage sudhrida manas. The goal of our human form of life is to attain Krishna's lotus feet, to understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. That becomes very much easy when we understand the technical aspects of Krishna consciousness, which are apparently a little bit difficult to fathom. However, we have to do it. So, therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge, which has been given by none other than Vasudeva, who is incarnation of the Supreme Lord. And in purport, we see how Srila Prabhupada is very categorically describing about consciousness and super consciousness, how to align with supreme consciousness. That's the job of living entity. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada has emphasized in his teachings so many times about we being the spirit souls. Therefore, he often quoted this verse of Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jata tatha dehantara prapti dhira satra muhyati. So this is the most often quoted verse of Srila Prabhupada. Although he could have narrated all the very rasic pastimes of the Lord, understanding our condition, that we are so much still in the bodily consciousness, Srila Prabhupada has managed to teach us this basic principle of Krishna consciousness. And he was very convinced about we learning these important lessons. And we hear that when Srila Prabhupada was in 26th Avenue, initial days of Krishna consciousness. So, in 26th Avenue, there was just storefront, and Prabhupada used to hold classes three times a week. And Brahmananda Prabhu and Satswarup Maharaj, Achyutanand Prabhu, Jayanand Prabhu, they used to assist Srila Prabhupada. One fine evening, what happened was Srila Prabhupada is sitting in his Vyasasana and he sees nobody is in front of him. And then Prabhupada is surprised, what happened? At least some hippies would come and try to hear what happened today, nobody has come. Then Srila Prabhupada said, okay, go and get some hippies from outside. And they were surprised, are we supposed to do that? Yes, please go and get anybody who is there. And these four devotees, they went and they grabbed few of them. And they were intoxicated totally. And they were dragged into the temple hall. And they were made to sit in front of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada gave, as usual, lecture more than half an hour. Complete the Bhagavad Gita philosophy. And they were totally drunk and they were almost sleeping. How could they hear? And these four devotees, they were even more bewildered. What is happening here? Why? Why, if they are going to come and sleep here, then what is the need of bringing them here forcefully and making them sit and hear? What is the importance of it? And then Prabhupada completed his lecture, and then he said, okay, now you can take them out and leave wherever they are. Again they went and they left these sipis wherever they were coming from. And they came to Srila Prabhupada and asked this question, what is the use of doing all this, Prabhupada? So they came and they were sleeping all the time, and then we had to bring them and leave them out there. Prabhupada said, soul heard it. The soul, the living entity, they are not the bodies, we are not the bodies. They came here and they heard it. Who? Not necessarily the body, the soul heard it. And that was the conviction of Srila Prabhupada, that he could bring people who are totally intoxicated, and he made them hear the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And then by doing so, he taught us that how important it is that the soul hears the philosophy even when the body is not able to do so. And once we were hearing from His Holiness Indradumna Swami Maharaj in ISKCON Chowpatty. He had come and he gave Bhagavatam class, and after that he was giving one brahmachari class. We were all sitting and hearing from Maharaj. Maharaj was talking about one of the Western preaching programs which Prabhupada used to hold in Europe and America. So Prabhupada came on the dais, and then there were so many people and so many disciples. Prabhupada gave 25-minute lecture at the most, half an hour. And then so many disciples were sitting, and Maharaj was recounting that memory. He said that we were all sitting in front of Srila Prabhupada, but we only heard and understood one thing. We remembered entire lecture out of so much of philosophy. He heard only one important thing. And what is that? Prabhupada, Maharaj was explaining that Prabhupada came little forward, bending like this, and took microphone in his mouth, and then he said, please believe me, I have not come here to cheat you. Please believe me that you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. Please understand this one fact. And when these devotees were hearing, his disciples, they could actually understand the urgency of Srila Prabhupada, how much Prabhupada is trying to drive home the message that we are not the bodies, we are the spirit souls. So therefore Prabhupada was time and again understanding the conditioning of all of us, and then he wanted to drive home this message, of very important message, that we are the spirit soul, we are not the bodies. And when we understand this philosophy and try to act in Krishna consciousness, then things start developing. And also once Vijay Prabhu had come, book distribution minister, and he was speaking that when we understand that we are not the bodies and we are the spirit souls, and we start acting on it, it is just as if giving a slap on the face of Maya Devi. When we actually realize this fact that we are not the body, we are the soul. Because as soon as we understand that and we act on the platform of soul, then actually we can actually develop Krishna consciousness very nicely. So this is how Srila Prabhupada has given us Krishna consciousness philosophy. Although there is so much to speak from Srimad Bhagavatam and higher literatures like Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu, however, Srila Prabhupada, every time he emphasized that how much we are supposed to understand this basic philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is once again talking about the same thing. How we being consciousness, we are supposed to align our consciousness with the Supreme Consciousness. And that is nothing but Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada named his organization International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Very interesting. And initial days when Srila Prabhupada was trying to establish the mission, some of his friends and some devotees, they actually trying to tell Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada, you are speaking about Krishna consciousness, but what if you name the mission as International Society for God Consciousness? Because people in the western part of the world, they don't know who is Krishna. In fact, more people will be attracted to your organization if you call it as International Society for God Consciousness. Then do you know what? Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Shri Ram Lakshman Sita Hanuman ji ki jai, Nitai Gauranga Deva Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Then Srila Prabhupada said, we actually want to tell them who God is. What is the name of God? The name of God is Krishna. So therefore we want to certainly name our society as Krishna Conscious Society, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So this is how Srila Prabhupada wanted to emphasize the importance of being Krishna conscious, understanding who God is all about, and what is his name, what is his address, who are his parents, what is his location, where he is staying, all of that. So thus Srila Prabhupada, he gave us this beautiful society of Krishna consciousness movement. So, of course, I just wanted to enumerate some of Srila Prabhupada's contributions. So, he actually restored Vedic art and Vedic culture. So, he took Krishna as a subject matter. The Indian classical paintings where Krishna and Krishna's associates like Srimati Radharani and Nanda Yashoda, they were depicted. Basically, that is called as miniature paintings, or basically they are known as Pichwai paintings, where Rajasthani style of paintings. That is all Krishna conscious paintings we ever had in India. Apart from that, not much. So Srila Prabhupada took the Krishna subject matter and when he came to the western part of the world, in Europe and America, he saw his talented disciples, that they were very much eager to depict their paintings. However, they were very nicely trained by Western way of art, wherein they actually understood the total anatomy of the body and every particular individual muscles, and how to actually, what happens when I move hand, and what all muscles and what all bones are activated, and how to actually depict the form of the Lord. So this is how they were trained. So Srila Prabhupada instructed them, why don't you take Krishna subject matter and paint the way you Western artists have painted, just like in these cathedrals and chapels and churches. Basically, the paintings of Jesus Christ and his associates. And when Srila Prabhupada guided them, instructed them, they also painted these beautiful paintings, and which are, Prabhupada named them as windows to the spiritual world, which are decorating the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also in various temples of all over the world. So thus Srila Prabhupada is the first person who actually restored the Vedic art and culture. As far as culture is concerned, initial days when Srila Prabhupada used to hold programs in 22nd Avenue, so, and later on when he started Sunday feast programs, so he would personally cook for entire congregation. Not 1, 2, 3, 4 preparations, many more preparations. Sunday feast would be, I heard that 13 preparations would be there. Srila Prabhupada used to personally cook. And then he would actually serve out, he would also necessarily offer it to their lordships. And he would serve out prasadam for every guest. And then the guest would come and then they would just eat and go away, leaving the plates behind. And Srila Prabhupada took up those plates and he washed personally. Can you imagine what kind of compassion Srila Prabhupada had? And then he used to invite every Sunday, and this is how Srila Prabhupada restored Vedic culture, how to invite guests and feed them to the satisfaction. It is called as Atiti Devo Bhava. Atithi is one who comes without any notice. So when we tell that we are coming, we are no more Atithis, we are Abhyagatas. In Sanskrit there is Abhyagata and Atithi. Atithi is somebody, Tithi is a day. Tithi means without mentioning which day I am coming. If I come into somebody's home, then I am Atithi. If I tell that I am coming, so and so date, so and so, I am not an Atithi, I am Abhyagata. That means people already know that I am coming. Therefore, the word is Abhyagata. Abhyagata is one who is coming, well decided beforehand. So, Abhyagata and Atithi. So, Atithi Devo Bhava, he is supposed to be like Supreme Lord, Atithi, the guest. And how to serve that Atithi, Srila Prabhupada has personally taught us. This is how he restored Vedic art and Vedic culture. And then at some times there would be hardly any thing to feed. And somebody would bring an apple, and Prabhupada used to cut that one apple into so many pieces, how many they were sitting in front of him, and he would slice, each one slice to one person. This is how Srila Prabhupada also served. At times he would cook very nice feasts, and at times he would just give them whatever he had. Thus Srila Prabhupada restored Vedic art and culture. And then he revolutionized the outreach preaching programs. So on the order of his spiritual master Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Prabhupada came here, and then he started single-handedly the moment of Krishna consciousness. And we see that how all the acharyas have given us sambandha jnana, that is connection with the Lord. All these Vedic literature are supposed to connect ourselves with the Supreme Lord. All the acharyas have given so many literature. Srila Prabhupada also has given so many literatures. But apart from giving sambandha jnana, Srila Prabhupada has given us abhideya. Abhideya is a process of worshipping the Lord, rendering some service to the Lord, just like the pujaris are now offering arati to the Lord. So this is a unique offering of Srila Prabhupada, that he has given us abhideya. That means we can chant for the Lord, we can sing for the Lord, we can dance for the Lord, we can offer praise to the Lord, we can offer worship to the Lord. And we can also distribute this knowledge with others. This is called as sambandha jnana, abhideya jnana. Abhideya is process of rendering devotional service, which is very unique to Srila Prabhupada. When we see that other great souls, what they have done, they have given us mostly sambandha jnana. It is a unique offering of Srila Prabhupada that he has given us abhideya. That means anybody from any walk of life, they can come into the moment of Krishna consciousness, they can join and they can render all kinds of services. They can even start worshipping the deities. Otherwise in India it is very, very strictly maintained that only a certain class of people, those who are born in a certain class of society, they are only allowed to worship the deities, and they are only allowed to give classes and hold classes like that. But in Srila Prabhupada's movement, that is not the case. He has given us chance to every individual. So if he is a human being, he is qualified, that's all. All he has to be a human being, and then he can qualify himself or herself, then he can render any devotional service. This is unique offering of Srila Prabhupada. And later on, once it so happened that one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, when he was in Vrindavan, he went to Radharaman temple. There is a very famous Radharaman temple we all have visited, established by his Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And then he was very much attracted to the deity worship and everything. Then he went and begged some blessings from the priest of the temple. Then he said, okay, what you are doing right now, please continue doing it, and in future life you will take birth as a child in the Goswami families, and you can worship also Radharaman deity. This is the blessing given by this pujari. And this devotee was very much excited and he was very happy, came to Srila Prabhupada and he narrated the story. Srila Prabhupada, do you know what happened today? I got the blessings of Goswamis. What blessing you got? He mentioned it. Prabhupada very surprisingly responded to him. He said that you go to that Goswami, you tell him that if you worship Radharaman all your life in Vrindavan, one fine day you will take birth in the Western countries as a hippie or whatever, and you will join the Krishna consciousness movement, and you will preach the message of Krishna consciousness, Lord Chaitanya. And then this devotee, we don't know whether he went and told him or not, but this is how Srila Prabhupada was very much convinced that anybody who is taking part in Krishna consciousness movement, in whatever capacity maybe, so it's so glorious that he is actually fulfilling the desire of Lord Chaitanya, who is Lord Krishna himself, who is Lord Radharaman himself. And it is much, much easier to take birth in a pious family and worship the deities because that is hereditary. However, to assist the Lord Chaitanya in the propagation of Krishna consciousness, especially in the western part of the world, it is a great challenge. So anybody who actually takes part in this kind of service, that is so glorious, that Srila Prabhupada was telling that if you worship deity now in this lifetime, you can take birth in the Lord Chaitanya's moment, which is even more glorious. That is how Srila Prabhupada wanted to emphasize. So thus he actually revolutionized the preaching activities, and thus he redirected later on the entire human civilization, because the civilization of so-called advanced technology was just addicted to sense gratification, work hard and then enjoy. Srila Prabhupada actually redirected it. The human form of life is not just meant for sense gratification, but it is meant for self-realization. So thus he himself actually epitomized it. At the age of 81 years, he was still holding microphone in his mouth and then still giving purport to Bhaktivedanta purport to Srimad Bhagavatam. Who can do that? He is lying on the deathbed, but still he is eager to speak Krishna consciousness, render service. And we also know that how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when he wrote Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, what is the age? What was the age? Anybody can? 94-year-old, 96-year-old. I mean, when he writes this book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the actually hand is, it's shaking. Sometimes we see that how when a person becomes really old, and then his hands and other parts of the body start shaking. And even at the ripe old age, he is willing to and is managing to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So what does it indicate? The life is meant for service, not for sense gratification. Sense gratification is available and only possible in one's youth. But one cannot enjoy senses at the fag end of life. But we see in the case of Srila Prabhupada and all our great acharyas like Kaviraj Goswami, they were writing, Vedic classical literature at the fag end of their life, on their deathbeds. So that means we can render pure devotional service from beginning of one's life till the end of one's life. We see Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is a 5-year-old boy and he is preaching Krishna consciousness. And here Srila Prabhupada and Kaviraj Goswami, they are also rendering this wonderful service of preaching Krishna consciousness through their literatures. How glorious service to Krishna is, which can be rendered from beginning till end of life. However, sense gratification is only possible in one's youth, and that it will never satisfy one's soul. So thus Srila Prabhupada actually redirected the entire Vedic civilization, and then he redefined the values of life later on. Of course, life is meant for self-realization, not for sense gratification. And Prabhupada used to say that Eastern and Western people, when they come together, they can create revolution. Western man is like that, a blind person who doesn't know how to go ahead in one's life. And Eastern person is just like is a lame man. He has his eyes, but he is unable to walk. So maybe Eastern civilization may not be so highly technically developed, but however they have vision. Whereas Western civilization, they may be technically highly advanced, but they do not have vision. So when they synthesize together, when they come together, they can actually create revolution. And that's what Srila Prabhupada did. He took all the facilities of Western culture and he actually propagated Krishna consciousness so wonderfully. And now we have this Society of Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, who is trying to fulfill the desire of our great Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. And we are so glorious, we are so very fortunate to be in this moment of Krishna consciousness, render some service as per our capacity and make our lives perfect. So therefore, at the same time, I would like to request all of you to please come and visit the art exhibition which is being held right here at Bhakti Launch. So therefore, I am very grateful to the authorities of Bhaktivedanta Manor here for allowing me to come and render this simple service. So I have painted around 50 paintings of Srila Prabhupada. Only few of them, they are here. All these paintings are oil paintings, and also I have rendered a book called Illustrations and Illumination, which contains all the 50 paintings, and also prints are also available. So please do come and visit. I will be here till Janmashtami. Until then also we can anytime come and behold these beautiful paintings of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'm extremely sorry, it is already 8:30. So if anybody has any question, you can personally meet me and get it clarified. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagavan ki jai, Ram Lakshman Sita Hanuman ji ki jai. Thai Gaur Premanande.